Okay, friends, I'm going to share with you something out of this world from none other than the great Chida, Reb Chaim Yosef David Azalai. As you know, we were recently in Italy, and our trip was scheduled to be in Italy on the yard side of the Chida. And actually, I had really wanted to go to the place where the Chida was buried originally on the day of his yard site. And it didn't work out. The logistics didn't work out. We were off by one day. But listen to this. I read on Shabbos, the Chida was nifter on Yud Aleph Adar, Parsha Zachar. So I said, oh, that means he was nifter on Shabbos, which means he was buried the next day. So we were at the Matseva of the Chida exactly on the anniversary of the day of his burial, 118 years later. He was buried in 218 years later. He was buried in 1806, and we were there 2024. Well, the Chida brings down in his Haggadah, the Haggadah Simchas Haregel. This tradition is also brought by Rabbi Yisrael Yaakov El-Ghazi in the Shalmei Chagiga, that a story happened in Yerushalayim in the days of Rabbeinu Kolonomous. Rabbeinu Kolonomous may have been the father-in-law of the Marshal. We're not exactly sure the era that he lived. And basically there was a blood libel in Yerushalayim. What happened? An Arab child was killed. This Arab child was the son of the local ruler, and he was an only child. And they took his body and they threw it in the courtyard of the Beis HaKnesses as a blood libel. They wake up in the morning and they see the body of this child laying in the shul, and the ruler was fuming. He sent a message to the Jews, and he said, tell me now who's the murderer, and I will take revenge, but if you don't tell me, I'll kill all of you. And this created a great shudder among the community. There was a godly, holy man there. His name was Rabbi Kolonomous, and he said to himself, this is not a time to be silent. He took a piece of paper, he wrote a Shem Kadosh, he put it on the forehead of the child. The child woke up, he opened up his mouth, and he told his father the whole story. And so in other words, the child woke up from the dead, he told his father exactly which Arab killed him, and he then went back and he remained dead. And that's how the Jewish community was saved. It was a Nes Ufela, and he's called Rabbeinu Kolonomous Bal Hanes. And I had the zechus to be at his kever. He's buried all the way down at the foot of Har Hazesim. My good friend Reb Josh Wander took me there. And on that day that Rabbi Kolonomous wrote the Shem, it was Shabbos. So how is he allowed to write the Shem? Pikuach nefashos. But out of his great righteousness, he treated himself as a Mechalo Shabbos, and he wrote in his tzava that for 100 years after his death, anyone who passes by his grave should stone his grave to be Mekayim the Oynish of Skila. And that's what they did until his grave became a pile of stones. And it has recently, says the Chida, recently been uncovered in Nachal Kidron on the foot of Har Hazesim, Rabbeinu Kolonomous. By the way, there's a similar story recorded by the Shevet Musar in the Medrash Talpios about a body that was found, and a Chacham, a Makubal, wrote the word Emes on his forehead, and the kid woke up and told his father. But the Chida adds, he writes in his Haggadah, Simchas Haregel. He brings in the name of the great Makubal, Rabbi Avram Galante, a student of the Ramak, that because of this story, they added something to davening. Really? What did they add to davening? They added 4 words to davening because of the story. What 4 words? In Nishmas. I don't think Nusach Ashkenaz says them. Hamesiach ilamim v'hamifa'aneach ne'elamim. He causes the mute to speak, and he causes that which is hidden to be uncovered. Namely, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu could cause a mute person to speak and could cause a hidden secret to become revealed. And the truth is, if you look in the original Siddur of Amram Goin, or the Siddur, the Rambam, or the Avudraham, these words do not appear. However, the Sefer Oitzer Ploy Satar brings from the Machzer Vitri and the Rekeach that they do mention these names. So accordingly, it would have to be that because of the story, not that these words were created, but maybe they were more formally said. Again, I don't think Nosach Ashkenaz says Mefaneach Ne'elamim, but the addition of these words came from this Maisa Shahaya, and you could go today to the foot of Har HaZeisim and Nachal Kidron and see the kever of Rab Kolonomous Bal Hanes. And if you're not able to go to Har HaZeisim right now, go to TorahAnytime.com, go to Journey to Har HaZeisim, go to the kever of Rabbi Kolonomous Bal Hanes, and you could watch with your own eyes the footage of the kever of Rabbi Kolonomous Bal Hanes. Okay, I hope everybody could join us this evening at 8:30. We have an amazing share tonight about the significance of 2 Adars. Have a wonderful day. Bracha v'atzlacha.